Well, welcome back to my channel Mispronounced Adventures. My name is Alex and welcome back to my Arctic series. So last time we visited the island of Vandor off the coast of northern Norway, which is one of the most northeasterly points to get to. I got to go see the Witches Memorial, got to have a few pints, some very expensive pints, in northern Norway's oldest pub. And now I've gone back to the mainland because I've run out of east to go, so I'm going to go west. And to where? I don't know. So let's carry on. Right, it is a few days later and I'm just near Tanna. That's the Tanna Bridge in the background. That certainly is a pretty view. And haven't recorded for a few days. I've just been sort of driving and editing, really. One of my subscribers has found me, who lives in Norway, and he's taken me for breakfast and he's given me a bucket of, well, a bag, a container filled with cod tongue as a delicacy to cook, so I'm going to cook that. However, it has rained last night. No, it rained, it was above zero, it's 2 degrees at the minute, which meant I went to sleep in sort of a nice snowy car park and I've woken up on sheet ice. And the roads are slippy today. Right, brilliant morning with Gary. So he lives in a fishing village in the north of Norway, but comes over to Finland because it's cheaper to buy groceries, which it is. And he's given me some schnapps and some dried heart, which I don't know what the heart is from. I'm going to presume reindeer, but I like trying. And as I said earlier, about 1 kilogram of cod tongue to cook. Got some really pretty iridescent clouds again. I'll try to get a few photos and see if they've turned out all right. Well, it's a pretty spectacular drive this evening. Right, let's kind of park up for the night. One of my subscribers found me in the north and they gave me a few local delicacies. They've given me dried reindeer heart, which is actually really quite tasty. It's strong, but I guess it's a bit like a jerky, just of the heart muscle. It's nice though. And this. Two massive bags of fresh cod tongue. As in, like, he lives in a fishing village in the north, so this is from yesterday harvested cod tongue. I have to figure out how to cook this. This might not be a segment for my vegetarian or vegan viewers. How do you even cook? I don't even know how you cook a cod tongue. Recipe time. Recipe time. Right, we've got a recipe for Norwegian cod tongue on the internet. If that's how it's actually done in Norway, I don't know, but the recipe says Norwegian cod tongue. Effectively, we're going to put some flour in here, a bit of salt and pepper, put some cod tongue in there, and then jiggle it around so it gets a nice dusting, and then butter in there, and then 3 minutes each side, and we're cooked. That sounds like it's within my limited abilities. I need 2 tablespoons. This was the smallest amount of flour I could find. One cod tongue. Oh, this must be the big cod. Look at that. 2 cod tongue. 3. Oh, that's a bit of a small one. Let's have another big one. Oh, monster cod tongue. All right, there we go. 4 cod tongues. I mean, the recipe said thin coating. I'm struggling to see how that's thin. Converter on, let's put some butter in the pan. Don't know what I'm doing. I don't know, 6. I am a terrible cook. Cod tongue going in. 3 minutes. Okay, I appreciate it. I did burn it on one side. That's actually really good. Right, I'm going to have the rest of my dinner. I know it does look burnt because it kind of was, but it still tasted good, and I will do a better job next time because I've got plenty more of it to cook. But I'm just going to do some more editing and then get off to bed. Right, it's another warm morning and found some more people. So I've been chatting to these guys on Instagram for this trip, and they've not fared as lucky, unfortunately, up at Nordkapp. It's been super windy and like trucks, and they even saw the big snowplow get blown off the road. So they're up there for a few days, but didn't unfortunately reach Nordkapp. So they're on their way back down to this area. Met up last night and had a good night of just in the van playing cards. Well, not cards, it sounds like I was actually know how to play card games. Played Uno and played some other board games for a couple of hours, and it was just lovely to just hang out and drank some of those schnapps one of my subscribers gave me. Right, so I've got Alison Scott, who are in the Defender up here this winter. We've been chatting a little bit, like many other Brits. We've all been communicating on Instagram, and yeah, a lovely night of games and a few drinks. And you'll carry on to the 320 Cairn?
Yeah.
Cool. Right. Snowmobiles and Cairn, sounds good to me. What absolutely lovely people. And I'm probably going to bump into them later today because we're going the same direction. Annoyingly, it's so warm, 5 degrees yesterday, or been so warm for a while, that my AdBlue tank has thawed out, and I've now had my AdBlue warning come out, which means I need to go put AdBlue in the van before it freezes again, because after it gets down to a certain level, it then does a countdown on the miles. So I could be wrong, but I think if my AdBlue tank froze now when the countdown has started, the sensor in the tank which does the levels, if that got frozen in place, it wouldn't be able to move back up again when I put more in. So, and for AdBlue vehicles, if you hit 0 on your counter, the counter starts at 1500 mile, the engine won't start. Not because it's broken, because mechanically, no, because electronically you're not doing your emissions stuff. Since I've now made them all run, apologies if that guy on the snowmobile is herding them in the direction I've scared them all off. So plan-wise, not massively sure what to do at the minute. Well, I do know what I'm going to do at the minute. I'm going to drive to Alta, which is here, and there's a park up which looks quite nice on the coast. I'm going to stay there and catch up on a bit of editing, and I've got a few friends, well, the people I saw on the very first episode of the trip, I met them at the very bottom of Sweden. They're going to be here soon, so I'm going to hang out with them for a bit. Well, in bed, beer, watching some Star Wars. Snowing a bit outside. Evening sorted. Well, a bit of snow last night. Right, let's go. Else if I turn the handbrake off. Oh, no issues. this rather windy day is just to pop into Alta to get some supplies from the shop and back to the park up. Well, visibility is terrible today. That actually makes visibility look really nice. Snow subtly getting a bit deeper. And there wasn't really much to report from this evening. I did what I usually do, end up taking photographs of the van where I think it looks cool, carried on with a bit more editing with my editing lighting setup, which one of my friends told me looks like some sort of boudoir, and also discovered that Nordic spring onions are far larger than British spring onions. And a lot of searching of the van, which I'll explain in a moment. Right, I admit defeat. I have lost my passport, which is less than convenient. Don't know how I've lost my passport, because my passport on these trips, I'll take the cable off, lives up here, and usually just because early on the trip I have to show it a couple of times, so I just have it above there. And then yesterday when I was looking for my sunglasses, which also live up there, along with receipts and stuff when I'm getting fuel, I thought, oh, I didn't fill my passport. I'll have a quick look, and it's not there. And subsequently I have torn apart the van 3 times over looking for it, like between the liners, under the chairs, in the bottom of all the cabinets and boxes, inside the toolbox, inside all the clothes I've worn and not worn, inside the rucksack I took to the Russian border, which was one of the only other times I thought I may have used it. I didn't remember taking it to the Russian border, but maybe I thought I should have. I don't know. It's not there. Yeah, so that's gone. Or I've given up looking for it. Not given up looking for it. I can't find it. So it somehow must have either got knocked out of there and into the footwell, and then I must have opened the door or something like that, and it's gone, which is very annoying. It's not the biggest pain in the arse. It's just going to cost money. So I can go get an emergency travel document from the embassy in Norway, which is in Oslo, which is about 1,300-mile drive from here. However, that takes about a 2-day turnaround. That can be done online. There is no rush to do that, so it doesn't affect the trip. Really, I just have to go via Oslo on the way back. I'm going to go report it to the local police station, because I have to do that for my insurance, so I can then claim on it, and then I'll have to go get a new passport when I get back to the UK. It's just annoying, really. I like that passport. It's got all my stamps and stickers in, and I fill them up. And my yellow fever vaccine, which is not relevant for this trip, but I need to get a replacement of that for work in summer. And the slipcover, which I quite enjoyed that slipcover. It's been with me for a long time, and that can't be replaced. That sucks. So I'm going to go drive to Alta's police station and go see the police. I've just been hanging out in this car park for the last few days. It's got a toilet block. It's near Alta. It's got great signal, and I can get videos up. And I'm waiting for some friends to come a bit further north. So hopefully I can drive out, because the ploughs are ploughed in front of me. That's kind of easy to drive out. This was all deep slow last night, and it's been scoured away by the wind. Ooh, it is slippy on here this morning, actually. Right, I'm going to concentrate on the driving. Well, there's the police station. Let's go in and report that I've lost my passport. I think I just get a number or something when they file it. Never mind, the police station is closed on Saturday and Sunday, and today is Sunday. Well, I thought I would not make a wasted trip, and I'll go see the Northern Lights Cathedral, which is that building over there, which I had to go find, but I've actually driven past about 4 times. Well, that was a failed trip. It's a Sunday, everything was shut, and the cathedral, whilst there was people coming out of it, it didn't look like they were there for a Sunday service, and online it said it was shut, so maybe I can't go view the bits I want to go see that today. But I accidentally found a swimming pool, indoor one, which was open. I thought I'll go for a shower. Once I got the recirculating one in the van, running low on water at the minute. I haven't topped up, so I thought I'd just go for a shower. Ended up going swimming for a couple hours, and I was at an amazing swimming pool. They had rock climbing routes over a deep pool, ledges to jump off, slides. I had a whale of a time. But now I'm going to return to my park up on the Ghost and spend the rest of the day, I don't know, editing probably. So I need to get some editing done. Well, it's always stunning to drive in Norway. Although the coastal routes, you do get buffeted it about. I can feel the van getting shoved around by the wind. Well, it's predicted a bit of snow tonight, which is fine. I think it's my third night at this spot, which is works quite well. Toilets, bins, yeah, good internet. Back in the van, I think. It is definitely a windy night tonight. It's not meant to be too windy, and just some gusts. Hopefully we don't relive last year, although at least we're in a safer spot than last year. Decided I'm going to move spots. It's really quite windy, and it's only, I can tell you, it's apparently gusting 25 miles an hour. It feels a lot more, and then according to the forecast it's doubling that. So whilst I'm not particularly near any dangers, it is going to get windier, and I am quite exposed, so I'm going to go drive back down the road a little bit to somewhere hopefully a little bit more sheltered. Right, it might not look very windy and snowy on here, but it certainly is lying in bed, so even if I don't blow off anywhere, which I don't think I probably will, I ain't going to get a good night's sleep. Even coming just around this headland slightly, I can already feel it's a lot less windy. Not the bad chance. It's now that road is closed. Well, I made it. It might be snowing hard, but it's at least I'm sheltered. Right, far happier with this position. Not getting buffeted around, just lots of snow falling. Now I can go to bed. Didn't realise there was a mountain behind me last night. Right, let's try attempt 2 getting to Alta and go to the police station to report my lost passport. That's some good snow depth to drive through, I think. Well, evidently I was in a sheltered spot because the second I kind of got around the corner, within a couple hundred metres of leaving the park up, then the gusts and the winds hit me again. I didn't realise there was a huge park up there as well. Nice. At the police station. Well, they had a ticket machine, waited. They didn't have a button on the ticket machine for a foreigner who's lost his passport. Spoke to a lady, and now I have to come back at 2:15 to report it. Apparently I can't report it at any time I choose. Well, the Nordics certainly have architecturally impressive churches throughout. Never mind, it closes up. Attempt 4-3. Right, passport is all reported to the police. Just had to fill in a bit of paperwork. That was about it. And then I got a photograph of that for the insurance company, and officially cancelled the passport as well with the UK government. And I need to proof of why I'm cancelling, like it's been reported. So now I'm just going to wait for Will's Adventures, or Ryan and Nell, to arrive in their 4x4 green Sprinter, and Joel in his Transit. His Transit doesn't have a working starter motor at the minute. It's broken on the trip, and they've ordered one, but they keep having delivery issues to actually try and get this starter motor. So that should be interesting. We've got some familiar faces arriving. Will's Adventures are here. I saw these guys on the very first episode of this trip at the very bottom of Norway. Hello! Nice to see you again. Collection of transits. Right, got a nice little convoy now. We've got another transit who's having some starting issues, so just going to jump him at the minute. And that's pretty much going to end this episode here. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, feel free to give me a like or a comment if you've got any questions. And if you're not already subscribed, feel free to subscribe, find out what happens in the rest of this series, or find out some of the other videos about how I modified this van or the last Arctic series. Another way you can support the channel is I've been working with Roma, so I'm currently playing around with some of their cold temperature lithium batteries. But if you're after some of their extreme series or some of their more normal regular lithium batteries, I've got an affiliate link in the description, and that helps support my channel and helps support silly adventures like driving my van up to the Arctic. So thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Cheers, bye.